That's how long we were married. 8 full years. 8 years of shared birthdays. Holidays filled with laughter, spontaneous road trips with nothing but open roads and old songs between us. Lazy Sunday mornings spent in bed, tangled in each other, whispering inside jokes no one else would understand. There were arguments, of course, followed by reconciliations in the dim glow of midnight conversations. Silence sometimes lingered between us, but even that silence used to feel safe, comforting, familiar. For 8 years, I believed I knew the woman I married. I believed in her, in us. And maybe that's why I didn't want to see the shift when it started. Quiet, careful, almost imperceptible. She stopped laughing at my jokes, the ones she used to double over for. She began dressing like she had somewhere to impress, even for a 5-minute grocery run. And her phone, always turned face down on the counter, became a quiet wall between us. I tried to rationalize it. Stress, I told myself. Work pressure. People grow. They change. And just because someone is changing doesn't always mean they're slipping away. I clung to that belief until the night of our 8th wedding anniversary. She said she'd be working late. Sorry, babe. Something urgent came up at the office. Rain checked for the celebration? No worries. I replied. I didn't question her. I didn't argue. Because what was there to fight for if the other person had already let go? The truth is, I already knew. A friend had reached out the week before. Said he saw her at La Papillon, a boutique French bistro. She wasn't alone. She was with a young man, barely 20 if that, with the posture of someone still figuring out who he was. They sat close. Too close. They didn't look like colleagues or casual acquaintances. They looked like a secret shared between two people pretending no one could see. I told myself it was probably nothing. A misunderstanding. A meeting, perhaps. And in turn, because we want to believe the person we love couldn't lie like that, that they wouldn't look someone else in the eyes the same way they once looked at us. But doubt has a way of digging in. I checked our credit card records, asterisk La Papillon asterisk, twice in the past month, and on our anniversary, she was there again, not at work, not stuck in a late meeting, but at that same table with him. I drove there, parked down the block, watched from across the street through the frosted glass of the restaurant windows. There she was, my wife, her head tilted in that familiar flirty way, twirling her hair, laughing, God, she was laughing, and leaning in so close their hands brushed. She looked radiant, alive. She looked at him the way she used to look at me. My phone buzzed. Still at work weary face, this sucks. Miss you, Red Heart. I stared at the message, then looked up to see her sipping wine, smiling at him like I didn't exist. I replied with the same 2 words I'd said earlier, no worries. Then I drove home. No tears, no fury, just silence and clarity. I began packing, methodically, calmly, not out of spite, but finality. A few clothes, my laptop, toiletries. I slipped off my wedding ring and placed it carefully on the nightstand. It felt heavier than it ever had before. She never knew the truth about me. She never asked. The estate I went to that night wasn't a rented escape. It was mine, bought outright 2 years earlier, with wealth I had kept private, not out of deception but protection. My parents left me a fortune, generational wealth, but she'd always been more obsessed with surface-level status, designer bags, dinner reservations, curated Instagram lives. I let her believe we were just comfortably stable. I let her keep chasing that illusion. That night, the estate became my sanctuary. The next morning, my phone lit up over and over. Calls, texts, panic in every word. Where are you? Why is your stuff gone? What is happening? Call me now. Please, asterisk, asterisk. I didn't answer. I let her sit in the space she created. By noon, she was at my office. Security stopped her at the door. She made a scene, shouting, crying, demanding to see me. My assistant buzzed in, her voice uncertain. Sir, your wife is here. She's not doing well. I stepped outside. Calm. Still. And there she was on the front steps. Disheveled, eyes swollen, mascara smudged into the corners of her eyes. "What the hell is this?" she cried. "Is this some kind of twisted payback? You just leave." I tilted my head, mirroring the exact condescending gesture she gave me when I'd once asked if something felt off. "You know what's funny?" I said, the chill in my voice surprising even me. "If you just told me you were unhappy, maybe we could have fixed things. But instead, you looked me in the eye and lied. Again and again. On our anniversary." Her eyes welled again. "It didn't mean anything. It was just—" "Don't." My tone was flat, sharp. "Don't insult both of us with that lie." She reached for my arm. "Please, just come home. We can talk. We can fix this." I glanced behind her, at the waiting car, at the life I had already chosen. "I am home," I said quietly, and I watched the realization flicker across her face. The understanding that whatever grip she thought she still had on me was gone. The divorce was swift. She tried everything. Pleaded for the house, the car, even made a ridiculous attempt to get the dog. But liars always think they're smarter than they are. I had it all. Screenshots, messages, bank logs, restaurant receipts, and a prenup she'd signed without reading. Too caught up in the sparkle of her own wedding to worry about the fine print, she walked away with nothing. No alimony, no property, no pieces of the life she helped break. I won't lie, there were nights afterward when I missed her, or maybe I just missed the person I thought she was. But every morning, waking up in a quiet house, sunlight pouring across clean sheets, I felt lighter. She used to say I was lucky to have her, that she could have married someone richer, smarter, more handsome. Maybe she was right. But in the end, maybe I was a lucky one after all.